PADI tips and tricks. As you all know that we have started a new beginning, a new series of physics chapter-wise concept revision with formulas and each chapter-wise important questions. We have already completed the formula list of units and dimensions whose link and PDF will be provided in the description. Please go through them. It will be very helpful for your last minute revision notes. And now in this video, we will be covering units and dimensions, very important 5 questions which are from different concepts of this chapter, most likely to be asked in the exams. So here you go. This is our first question from units and dimensions. These 5 questions are picked up from previous year. So the first question is, a student measures the distance traversed in free fall of a body initially at rest in a given time. He uses this data to estimate g, the acceleration due to gravity. If the maximum percentage error in the measurement of distance and time are E1 and E2 respectively, the percentage error in the estimation of g will be. As we all know, what is the dimensional formula of g? G, which is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, is having a dimensional formula L t to the power minus 2. This is same as the dimension of linear acceleration, A. So here, the percentage error in the dimension of g will be written as delta g by g percent, which is equal to delta L by L percent plus 2 into delta t by t percent. We all know that during multiplication or division, only the plus symbol is kept. Here, although we have minus 2, power minus 2, but still we write it in the form of plus only when it comes to fractional dimensions. So now, we already know, or it is given in the question, that delta L by L percent is E1 and delta T by T is E2. So plus 2 into E2. This was a very simple question from this chapter, which is more likely can come in the exam, and it is also asked in the previous year. So this question is done and the option will be option 2. Let's move on to the next question. So this is the second question, which reads, if the dimension of a physical quantity are given by m to the power a, L to the power b and t to the power c, then the physical quantity will be. This is a very simple question, and many a times such type of questions often come in board exams as well as competitive exams on this chapter, because this chapter totally lies a very important part of this chapter is dimensions. Okay, so here a, b and c value are given in the options. So let us substitute and see whether they correspond to this physical quantity. So here in the first option, we can see that m to the power a is given to be 1, L to the power b is given as 0, and t to the power c is given as minus 1. So this obviously does not correspond to velocity. So this is a wrong option, because here it is given velocity, but we already know the dimension of velocity is Lt to the power minus 1. Next is acceleration. After substituting these values, you will get m, L, t to the power minus 2. This you know is exactly the dimension of force and not for acceleration. Therefore, this option also goes wrong. So the next option says force. Let us substitute it here. M0. When M becomes 0, you are sure that this option is going to be wrong again. Next is pressure. This option has to be correct because this is the last one. But still, let us try it out. M to the power 1, L to the power minus 1, and C to the power minus 2. Sorry, T to the power minus 2. So yes, this is exactly the correct dimension of pressure because pressure is nothing but F by A, force per unit area. When you apply the dimension of force and the dimension of area, you will finally come out with the dimension M to the power 1, L to the power minus 1, and T to the power minus 2. So this option will be the correct answer for the second question. So second one done. Let's move on to the next question. So here we go to the next question. This is the third question. If the error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%, then the error in the determination of volume of the sphere will be. This is just a sample of this percentage error, but although many questions in the exam come up from this topic, so I would recommend you to thoroughly go through this percentage error topic as well as dimensions and accuracy and precision along with least count in this chapter. All these formulas are clearly given in the formula list in my earlier video, whose PDF, again I'm repeating, is uploaded in the description. Please go and check it out. So here you can see the radius percentage error, that is written as delta A by A percent, is given in the question itself to be 2%. Now they are asking you the volume of the sphere. What will be the error in the volume of the sphere? We all know and we have studied in our smaller classes that volume of the sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? Or you can say here that r is nothing but a, okay? So we can say a cube. Therefore, when I write the percentage error in volume, delta V by V percent, here all these quantities are constants. Only R is a variable quantity, therefore it is 3 into delta R is nothing but A, which is delta A by A percent. So here delta A by A percent is given in the question itself to be 2. Therefore, it is 3 into 2. All questions from this chapter are very simple and they are very easy to solve. So just go through the previous year questions will be enough for this chapter. So this is just 6%, which is the right answer for the question number 3. Let us move on to the next question. So here we go to the fourth question, which reads, which of the following dimension will be same as that of time? By looking at the dimensions, by looking at the quantities here, you can say that they're asking the dimension of time constant. You know what is time constant? This is represented as this. The time constant has exactly the dimension of time because it is nothing but the time between the collision of particles inside the metal, which you will be learning next year. So here the first option is given L by R, C by L, RC, LC, and R by L. This has various quantities like L by R, which you need to learn, L by R. Then it can also be written as R into C, or it can also be written as root over L by L into C. So looking at all the options given here, only this option seems to be matching. Rest all are wrong options. Therefore, option 1 is correct for this question number 4. Let us move on to the next question. Hello guys. So there is one small information that I wanted to tell. It is actually in our channel. We have already uploaded this kinematics questions, very important for exam point of view, from motion in straight line as well as motion in plane. Different type of difficult questions and logical questions from that chapter has already been uploaded. I'm also providing the link of those question videos in my description. Just go and check them out. They will be really very helpful for you. So here you go. This is the fifth question. The fifth question reads like, a student measured the diameter of a small steel ball, this is steel ball, using a screw gauge of least count 0.001 centimeter. The main scale reading is 5 millimeter and 0 of the circular scale division coincides with the 25th divisions above the reference level. When they say above the reference level, we automatically can assume this to be a negative error. If the screw gauge has a zero error of minus 0.004 centimeters, the correct diameter of the ball will be. This type of questions are very important for competitive exams, and not the least, they are also asked nowadays very much in the board exams also. A screw gauge and vernier caliper, both of this least count and reading formulas are very important. Just check it out in the formula list. All these formulas are available there. So here, if you look at this question, all the options are given in centimeters. So I would recommend that you better convert this millimeter to centimeter. So first of all, this least count is not required in the question because least count is already given in the question. But still, least count formula for a screw gauge is pitch of the circular scale divided by number of divisions on the circular scale. Okay, so here, if you look at it, now how do you calculate the reading of a screw gauge? The reading also has a direct formula, which is MSR, that is main scale reading, plus least count into CSD, plus or minus error. Okay, so you can be very clear from this formula that least count into the CSD is nothing but called as the CSR. Why I have written plus or minus? Because the error, it depends on the error, whether it is a positive error or it is a negative error. In this case, you have to add the error because minus of minus, they are saying it is a negative error, so you have to use the minus sign. And because it is minus given, the error is minus, so it will become minus of minus, which will become plus. That is why if you look at all the options directly, you will find 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So that is, this 1593 is playing an important role, and that depends on this error, whether you're going to add the error or you're going to subtract the error. If you subtract, you will get some other option which you may feel it is correct and tick it, but it will be wrong, because here in this question you have to add the error because it is a negative error. How do you find out it is a negative error? From this line above the reference point, that means it is a negative error. So MSR, which is given in the question to be 5 millimeter, when I convert it to centimeter, it becomes 0.5 centimeter. Then least count is 0.001 into CSD. CSD is 25. The 25th division is coinciding, so it is 25 Plus or minus, it is a negative error, so minus of minus 0.004. Now, by the time you would have been ready with the answer, I think. So the answer for this question will be 0.529 because here 4 will be added. So third option is the answer for your fifth question. So this question is done. This type of questions are very important from the concept point of view as well as for MCQ point of view. That's it, guys. So we have solved in this video around 5 questions related to very important concepts of this chapter, really very important, which can be most likely asked in your exams. The same type of questions, changing the values, changing the technical terms, can come for your exam. So if you have watched the video till the end, you'll be surely benefited and surely satisfied by this video. And if so, please watch other videos related to other tips and tricks. As I already said in the middle of the video about the kinematics questions that we have uploaded, very, very good quality questions and higher order questions, logical questions are there. Just check them out. It is there in our description. The link is provided. And the other video links are also provided in the description. Go through them. And please subscribe to our channel because we are here more uploading more type of videos related to subject contents. And then also press on the bell icon for all our latest notification and updates so that they reach you very fast. And press on the like button because this video, if you feel is helpful to you, press on the like button. And if you want to discuss more of your doubts and questions, then comment them. I will take up all your doubts and I will be discussing in my video, in my later videos. So then thank you so much for all your support that you have given us till now, and please continue giving such support for us. And bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Meet you in the next video with another new and fresh chapter.